What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. We'll be doing a live stream tonight, going over the recent developments in the hilarious thing that won't go away for certain commentators on the right. Hope to see you here on this channel, probably around 6:30 tonight, I think. Netflix last week on Friday allegedly, accidentally rolled out their new password sharing policies here in the United States and received immediate backlash. Now, it's my opinion that they leaked it on purpose to try and figure out what kind of reaction they were going to have. And boy, howdy, it was not good. Many members of the military reached out to me too, saying that, hey, by the way, this screws us over because, if we're deployed or we're away from home, we share an account. Now we have to pay for a second account. There's a whole bunch of people here in the United States that are getting screwed over by Netflix's new password sharing policy. I want to point out though that if it's your prerogative to consume Netflix's content, then I think you should pay for it. Do I care if a dad shares his account with his son who doesn't live at home anymore? No, that's a little different. I think that's fine. I think military, they shouldn't have to pay for two separate accounts, because the rule they had forced you to basically check in at your home IP once every 30 days. Well, if you're deployed, you can't let your family back at home share an account with you. That's absurd. Netflix has retracted now. Well, first, let me go to the hilarious accident first. Netflix has mistakenly launched a set of guidelines for cracking down password sharing on global users. The streaming service said that the guidelines being trialed in Chile, Peru, and Costa Rica had been posted accidentally across its help center pages, including the United States on Wednesday, but has since been taken down. Quote, for a brief time yesterday, the help center article containing information that is only applicable to Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru went live with other countries. We've since updated it. Since last year, Netflix has been trialing paid sharing in these three countries, where an account holder pays extra for an extra person located inside the account holder's home to access the server. In Costa Rica, the fee is $3 a month. To ensure that Netflix account is not being shared outside the household where it is registered, the trial requires users to connect their viewing device, such as a TV, mobile phone, or tablet, to the Wi-Fi of their home, open the Netflix app, and watch something on the streaming service at least once every 31 days. Again, there's a whole, people who travel for business are gone for longer than 30 days at times. People that are in the armed services, which is a lot of people, are away for a long time. There is many problems with this. These are problems that wouldn't have existed maybe I would assume they have their own armies too, right? Anyway, here in the United States, obviously that's a lot of people. Although Netflix has yet to unveil its plan to tackle account sharing worldwide, the trial is its closest indication to what a global approach might look like. They, of course, have 230 million subscribers worldwide. Said last month that the account sharing undermines our long-term ability. Look, if you got one person sharing their account with 15 other people, fair play. Fine. I think that, come on. I'm not saying you're a bad person for doing it, but I'm not saying that somebody who's selling a product might not, be okay with that. Because that obviously, is not really the intended. It's not like unlimited user for $15 a month or whatever. Most people I know in the comment section will tell me that they don't care because Netflix produces garbage anyway, which is basically true. They cancel anything good and they renew anything bad, as long as it gets the woke points that it needs. But after this, they've already had to change. So Netflix has retracted password sharing restrictions that were apparently posted on error on its platform. Earlier this week, the streamer had updated its rules for sharing passwords on its help center page. It noted that Netflix account is for people who live in a single household together. Netflix further specified that people who do not live in your household will need to use their own account to watch Netflix. Now, there's a zillion ways around this, right? You could open a tunnel to your home network, connect remotely. These are mildly technical. It's not something your boomer aunt or mom is probably going to be able to do, but there are ways around this, obviously. Then it says, of course, on Thursday, they responded to the situation, said the information was shared accidentally. For a brief time, we've since updated it. Well, I'm not sure. For people who have, quote, uninterrupted access, for people to have uninterrupted access to Netflix, the help document explained that it would have to connect and keep watching every 31 days. If they don't, you will be asked to enter a temporary code in order to log in. However, the streamer acknowledges that if people are traveling or living between different homes, that they will still be able to use and watch things on Netflix. Quote, both the primary account holder and people who live in the same household shouldn't need to verify devices while watching despite where they are. But how could they do that? You could see this. Oh, please. The update was met with serious backlash with a number of subscribers starting to cancel their subscriptions. I mean, like, look how angry this was. You're not deadbeats getting a paid service for free. Threatening to quit is not a major threat. I mean, I guess that's kind of true. Look, I think that, I'm not going to go to bat for the, I think if you want to share your accounts with your friends and family and you all share a Netflix account or whatever, like, I'm not judging you for that. But again, with Netflix, I totally understand that it's like you didn't pay for one account to get 15 of your friends, but the idea, what's interesting is, again, for people who have uninterrupted access to Netflix, explain that people would have to keep watching something from their home every 31 days. If they don't, they'll be asked to ask a temporary code to log in. However, the streamer acknowledges that if people are traveling or living between different homes, they will be able to watch things on Netflix. Both the primary account holder and the people who live in the household shouldn't need to verify devices while watching, despite where they are. But that's not what you said. Of course, the Netflix stock, going down. It could be unrelated. The markets themselves today are not awesome. Most of the big stocks are down. But like, you wonder if people are finally just going to have enough of the Netflix stuff. I think that there's just not that much good stuff on Netflix anymore. Like, there was a while there where you could say, all right, it's got this show, that show, or maybe this one, and I'll watch them. But now there's like nothing. There's like 2 or 3 shows maybe. Why are you paying $20 a month for that? Just pay it for 1 month and watch all 3 and binge it all. If you got to pay for Netflix, I would say that's like the wisest thing to do is pay for one account and for 1 month and then just binge it all. The thing is, Netflix said their enforcement plans are not going to affect the US for now and were posted in error, but not before the battle plan details were captured. According to the leaked page, helped relating everything to account 31 days. All along, Netflix has warned it wouldn't end password sharing in 2023. These rules, briefly posted with intent or not, represent the first shot across the bow that the battle is about to begin in the United States. Netflix has already begun reining in multiple people sharing a single account in Central South American countries. I assume, I get it. People quickly took back the freeloaders fight back. Cook took to the internet to post strategies for password crackdown workaround, include sharing a free phone number, which forwards a verification text to everyone on the account at once. Another suggested using a VPN to mask the ability to determine the location of each login. That doesn't actually work, as far as I can tell. Like with Hulu, when I'm trying to watch live TV, if I'm connected to my VPN, it wigs out. It doesn't let me do that. It says it won't let me watch my locals. I can still do Hulu, but it thinks I'm trying to, fool it, even though I'm not. As quickly as this chatter gets posted, you could bet Netflix engineers will be tasked with working on plans to combat the loss, which is probably part of, in my opinion, is probably what this was all about. They post it, and they can figure out how everyone's going to work around it so they can combat it ahead of time. I think that this was a honeypot that people fell into. And right now, Netflix plan on doing it in 6 months or whatever the case is at the end of this year. And they need to know how people are going to work around it. And so everyone told them how they were going to do it. I just, this is a weird issue for me because I hate Netflix. If you're just like a true freeloader, whatever, pay for what you consume. But as the plan stands right now, it would totally hose over our military and people who are traveling and create a huge issue for that. So we'll have to see how this rolls out in the West because people are a little different here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like on it. And I'll continue to update you as I find out more, and we'll talk to you again real soon.